to the balancing of chemical equation. And remember, in the chemical equation, anything that appear in the product, anything that appear in the reactant side should be also appear in the product side. Yes. So this is not a redox reaction. We need to know in that way. So here now, we have hydrogen, chlorine, hydrogen, chlorine. Now let's indicate the elements that are at the reactant side and the elements that are also at the product side. Now, how many hydrogen are you seeing here? We are seeing 2 hydrogen. You write there 2 hydrogen. How many chlorine are you seeing here? We are seeing here 2 chlorine. We write there 2. How many hydrogen are you seeing here? We are seeing 1. How many hydrogen are you seeing? How many chlorine? You are seeing 1 chlorine. Now we want to make this to be balanced. So something to be balanced, it means it has to be equal. The number of hydrogen here should be equal to the number of hydrogen here. The number of chlorine here should be equal to the number of chlorine here. Now it means now we need to balance this. Now in balancing, the number you to be added should come before the element or the compound. So it means if we add here 2, it means now it affects our hydrogen and affects our chlorine, which means now they are all equal, it's balanced. Now let's look at here again. If we have, let's say magnesium plus oxygen gas, we have magnesium oxide. Now in magnesium oxide here is not balanced. Let's see how to balance this now. We write here now magnesium and oxygen, magnesium and oxygen. Now how many magnesium are you seeing here? 1. How many oxygen are you seeing here? Is 2. How many magnesium are here at the product side? Is 1. How many oxygen? Is 1. Now it means magnesium is balanced, but oxygen to oxygen is not balanced. So what do you need to do? We are going to add 2 before, not here or here. It's in a form of compound, it's in a compound form. So we are going to add it before the compound, which means it affects our magnesium and affects our oxygen. But here now oxygen is balanced, but magnesium also is being affected. So we add here 2, it's balanced now. So this is what we are interested on, not here. This is to show you or to make it easier for you to be able to balance the equation. This is not the equation, this is the equation. So let's look at another example. Let's say we are given a compound called, let's say, potassium hydroxide. Yes, potassium hydroxide is a form of aqueous reacting with sulfuric acid, or called tetraoxosulfate 6 acid, that will form potassium tetraoxosulfate 6 and water. So this is a base, this is an acid, they form salt and water. So the process is called neutralization. Now we want to balance this equation. We see where it's balanced. So here now, let's see here now, this is potassium. We have potassium there, we have sulfur, we have oxygen, we have hydrogen. The same thing here, potassium, sulfur, oxygen, and hydrogen. Now let's check now how many of these are appearing at each of these sites. Now we have here 1 potassium appear here. We have here 1 sulfur appearing. We have 1 oxygen plus 4 here, make it 5 oxygen. We have here 1 hydrogen plus these 2, we have 3 hydrogen appearing at the right-hand side. Now here we have 2 potassium here. We have 1 hydrogen, 1 sulfur. We have 4 plus 1, we have 5 oxygen. And we have here 2 hydrogen. Now here, potassium is not balanced, sulfur is balanced, oxygen is balanced, but hydrogen is not balanced. Now we always start with, in anywhere or any form, if you want to make it easier for you to be able to balance an equation, always last with oxygen and hydrogen if they are not balanced. But here, hence oxygen is balanced, hydrogen is not balanced. Let's first balance our metal first. That is the potassium. So if you add here 2, which means now our oxygen is being affected. Initially, what do you have here? How many oxygen do you have here? 5. But now if you add here this 2, now between 2 plus 4 is 6. Between our oxygen is being affected. Now hydrogen here, you have how many hydrogen here? You have 2 hydrogen here plus these 2, make it 4. So which means now our oxygen is not balanced, but potassium is balanced, isn't it? So let's see now here now. Potassium is balanced, sulfur balanced, oxygen not balanced, hydrogen not balanced. Now here now, we want to balance this now. Then we add here 2. If you add here 2, which means our hydrogen has increased. So which means now 2 times 2 is 4. So hydrogen also is 4. Let's check our oxygen. This is going to be 2 oxygen plus 4 oxygen, make it what? 6 oxygen. So which means also the equation also is in balance. I told you earlier this is not the equation, this is the equation. So which means now the equation also is balanced. 2 potassium, 2 oxygen plus this make it 4. 4 oxygen plus this make it 6. So this is what is important here.